Checking. So, very good morning to all the viewers. The match between Tikitag Randam 11 versus Madras Gymkhana. Prince of Arcot Trophy. Today, the next week, the last previous week, we had a very good match on Saturday and Sunday. And today, we are starting with the really good teams Tikitag Randam 11 and Madras Gymkhana Club.
The first ball of the morning, Royal Premier League Prince of Arcot Trophy. Second week, the first game, the first morning here at Amir Mahal Cricket Ground. Starts off with the glide through the third man, fielder chasing down the ball. And that's good running between the wickets. Gets the boundary in the very first ball. Good way to start the day, good way to start the game. With the boundary, both the sides were in an urge to win the first game for the tournament. As the first meeting didn't went well for both the sides. As Tikitag lost the game by a difference of 51 runs against Amir Mahal, and Madras Gymkhana losing the game by a difference of 73 runs against 9 to 11. Good comeback from the bowler, with this being through the covers. And in the previous sessions, we saw different kind of cricket outings throughout the day, with some teams scoring 140s and 130s, whereas the other teams scoring 30s and 40s. For instance, you can take sides like Madras Gymkhana didn't perform well in their first game, scoring 40 odd runs overall. Looks better, taking complete control here. Haran the bowler. Even for Tikitag, they had got a positive start in the power play when they met Amir Mahal in the first game, with Paul making some impactful stroke makings within the power play, After a while, the bowlers of Amir Mahal taken the complete control against the batters. Now this time through the covers, beating up the fielder, and no man standing at the deep. This outfield will give you easy boundary if you clear the outfield well, and that goes for the boundary through the covers. Elegant piece of batting to watch out for, and this is something every literal cricket fan wants to watch in a game of cricket. The one through the covers goes for the boundary. Another beautiful delivery. Change of length, run out opportunity. Had good control over there. Bit of miscommunications, but didn't went in vain. A soft way of scoring 10 runs on the board, as of the words of Mahatma Gandhi. Make the change in a more soft way. Just gets 11 runs in the first over, which brings the end of the first over. 11 for no loss. Good positive start here. Tikitag Randam 11. Vinayak the batter. Vinayaka Cricket have scored 2 boundaries in the first over, which brought them into the comfortable total of 11 for no loss. And speaking about power play, we've known that if a team scores more than 30 runs in a power play, they'll be given additional over of power play. And every team will be looking on that. This is a cheeky single, and he's at the non-strikers end now. As Anirudh, the new bowler, into the attack. With the addition of this left-right combination, they can bring a lot of value in terms of manipulating the field. The captain will be having overtime jobs to do in terms of adjusting his fielders according to the mindset of the batter, according to the aspect in which the batter is trying to score. Good shape, the bowler is holding the ball, and then overtime jobs to do in terms of adjusting his fielders according to the mindset of the batter, according to the aspect in which the batter is trying to score. Good piece of bowling, inviting the batter to play in the front foot. This time a bit of alter in the length, but the result doesn't change. And looking at the kind of field positioning he's having his deep fielders on the onside, having a short third man, a gully fielder point, cover point, and extra cover fielder mid off inside the circle. Another one, this time goes for the wide ball, but looks like a completely comfortable region where the bowler is having an idea on where he's bowling. Despite of this going for the wide ball, he's having the clarity on where to bowl, where he's having most of his fielders standing in the position. A deep mid-wicket fielder. This time tried to go over the mid fielder, and he was pretty successful in that decision. Goes for the boundary. A much needed boundary, understanding the length of the bowler. You just watch the ball going away from the batter for the past couple of deliveries, and this time he had other plans to approach against the bowler. Good piece of batting, and it's not an easy task to play on the back foot over the mid fielder. That gets him into the comfort zone. First boundary for the batter. And you can't blame the bowler for such a kind of decision. One thing that he did as a mistake was he didn't have 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. This time a strong shout, and the batter dismissed. Ego wins here. The bowler's ego is something that's more bigger than the batter's capacity against the bowler. After that boundary, immediately a change of length, change of angle, change of field positioning. And you can't blame the bowler for such a kind of decision. One thing that he did as a mistake was he didn't have 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. This time a strong shout, and the batter and you can't blame the bowler for such a kind of decision. One thing that he did as a mistake was he didn't have two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. This time a strong shout, and the batter did. And you can't blame the bowler for such a kind of decision. One thing that he did as a mistake was 17 for 1 Tikitag Randam 11. It's just a breezy morning here at Chennai. The humid conditions were there, but that's how the typical Chennai looks like. Into the heart of the city, we are having this game happening. Prince of Arcot Trophy, the Royal Premier League 2024 at Amir Mahal Cricket Ground. That you can Google search in the Google Maps where the location is exactly. Another catch appeal, bowler under the ball, and that looks like a half try from the bowler. There's not much committed to take Amir Mahal Cricket Ground. That you can Google search in the Google Maps where the location is exactly. Another catch appeal, bowler under the ball, and that's 2 over 17 for 1.
எது மா இதில் எதுவுமே இருக்கக்கூடாதுமா சிம்பிள் இல்லைனா இதில் வந்து ஆக்ஷன் மட்டும் இருக்கட்டும் மற்றதெல்லாம் எடுத்துருங்க இந்த டிவி இதெல்லாம் தயவுசெய்து எடுத்துருங்க
Swing and a miss. This is post power play. The fielders will be spread outside the 30-yard circle.
ஒழுங்காக ஃப்ளக் பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்னு பாருங்க அது
Maximum of 5 fielders will be 5-1 Tikitag Randam 11. Not seeing much signs of the opposition picking up the wickets. The Madras Gymkhana are trying hard to make this happen. Another swing and couldn't get the connections, but finds the place where no fielders were standing, which will give them an additional boundary. Another boundary to look out for this region of the game is going to be the crucial factor, and that brings an excellent score from the batter. Beautiful stroke making. Both Manimal Selvan and Vinayak. Matured batting here from Vinayak. I love the way how he's pasting this innings. Every team needs a batter like Vinayak to make sure that they are ensuring a total score with a positive batting. Sometimes it is much more important to have a batter like Vinayak because he have taken the responsibility of making that into a good total. He's not aiming for those 150s, but he's aiming for those promising hundreds, and that is working well for them. And even the Vegan wheel, when you look at the way how they scored today, it's been completely different with the way how it happened in the first innings. In the first week, in fact, in the first week, we saw the team scoring boundaries in most of these regions, the fine leg and the point region with the reverse sweep, switch hit, and something over the fine leg and square leg fielder. But in today's game, we saw a lot of cover drives going for the boundary, a lot of strokes in front of the bowler. That is a positive sign, taking complete control. Final adjustments were going on here. Last 3 overs. $71. Good bowling in the left arm. This time these are fielders. And that will be the comfortable boundary between the fielders. A huge gap in that region. He found the gap and scored the boundary. Manimal Selvan. He has a good bat swing. And when you have Manimal Selvan at this phase of the innings, it will be really danger for you. Mohan continues to bowl. Bowls like a typical left-arm bowler. This time hits a fielder in a huge way. Over the fielder's head, but goes for the boundary. I think the fielders were standing halfway through the boundary rope. They're not standing exactly at the boundary rope, and that's why it beats the fielder, still goes for the boundary. But anyhow, that's a good start here. Starting off with boundaries, having huge gaps between the fielders. Now it looks better. Another one, another swing. And this time they got the fielder at the right spot. Will be just a single, but enough damage is done in this over. They are maintaining the 10 runs per over. 10 runs already scored in this over. Now back to strike. Vinayak cricket. Both the batters 84 for 1. Another huge call. It'll be easy for them, and most of them will be waiting for that half century from Vinayak. But whereas in my opinion, I'm liking to have a different kind of tenors game today. A team chasing down this 100 odd run to win the game like we've never seen before. Madras Gymkhana will be having that potential. We'll wait and watch. Now that brings the end of this beautiful innings, the sensible innings, and most importantly, the perfect word to match this innings. A responsible innings from Vinay coming to an end, and the team is in comfortable position. Just looking at the wicket, it looks really fresh today as of this Saturday morning, the beginning of the day, the beginning of the tournament. Just look at the freshness. It's classic, consistent ball cricket. The bounce would be more, would be enjoyable atmosphere for the fast bowlers initially. And look at this, even though even the batters could predict the conditions after a point of time, because it's going to react as the same throughout the day. Such a beautiful ground, such a beautiful pitch. Just triggers you to play the game of cricket. You know, some temptation for the game looking at this pitch. But what is this match situation in a comfortable position now? Tikitag Randam against Madras Gymkhana. They're fighting back to hit that run rate under control as Anirudh and Aditya are fighting hard. Look at this power it is 17 for 2. Just looking back at the way how Tikitag Randam have batted in the first innings. Even they have scored 17 in the first innings. So this looks better. Now the partnership that makes a difference. The partnership between Manimal Selvan along with Vinayak and not the placement and the structure did really well for them. Whereas for Madras Gymkhana, that sort of partnership is required now between these two batters. Both Anirudh and Aditya has to maintain a subtle partnership. Even it's not an abusive one to praise in a higher extent. The score boundaries were revealed in terms of time. They wanted to maintain a similar kind of rhythm throughout the innings. That's because of the partnership that they made in the initial phase of the innings. Let's go with the ball here. I need the bowler. Another beautiful bowling, not giving enough space for the batters to try doing things. That's fingers way up. And not opportunity, the umpire gave the decision. That's a dismissal. Another wicket falls here. We are speaking about that partnership factor, and now we are watching this breaking down immediately after we spoken about that. That's third wicket have fallen. Now, what happens to Madras Gymkhana? They have to find a better partnership to make this happen for a while. Just a reminder that they are standing at the bottom of the table in the group number 1. The game against 9 to 11, in which they have lost in a huge number difference, a 73 runs difference. That brought them at the bottom of the table. In case if they win this game, they can go up in the points table. But whereas the situation doesn't support them, as Aditya walked away, Anirudh needs a stable partner to make this happen. Good positive attitude here. The book ఇది కదా ఎక్కడ ఇష్టమన్నా சொல்லிடுங்க 18 for 3. Just getting out of control. That's
என்னது
make this happen for them.
புரியல
Money continues to bowl.
ஆ
Content sponsors for this tournament as you look at the boards behind the battles, starting from Russia, Hungary, Hindustan, Drug Energy Drinks, and there's a group of institutions in fact. Vijay creating assets on school, 6 at Decathlon Carbon. Of course, Movie Casio, Vijay Paradise, and Vijay Whistle Sports. A big tournament at the big venue. This being one of the most heritage structures of the city, the Amir Mahal. Because when you're watching anything impactful happening in the league so far, a continuous wicket falling, a couple of singles here and there, brings the magic here. Gauri Shankar and Anirudh cricket are the two batters bringing up the balance number.
அங்கே போயிட்டு எவ்வளோன்னு சொல்லுங்க அமுச்சுட்ருவோம்.
21 for 3. That was Gymkhana.
நாலு பேர் நாலு பேர் ஓகே அஞ்சு ம் ஹலோ
Shot for the pull shot. Didn't got the connections better, but seems like the
Hello?
result favors them. That's a boundary. Much needed boundary for the batting side. First one for Gauri Shankar.
Oh, I'll check.
Seems like a positive sign.
Now only that earth issue got resolved. I'll check. Just give me 5 minutes, and after that you check again.
So far, he's in his
கிட்ட வச்சு பேசுங்க.
chill out.
Sorry.
70 runs required of 42 balls, which means 10 runs required for most to win this game. As Madras Gymkhana struggling in the middle, 25 for 3. Gauri Shankar and Anirudh can bring up that change that they are looking for. Let's wait and watch what's going to happen in the middle. As Tikitag Randam run so far dominating the game to an extent. And speaking about the grass conditions in the wicket, are suitable for the fast bowlers in touch ball cricket. Whereas in tennis ball cricket, you're not sure how it's going to impact them because it's going to be different ball game, it's going to be different aspect of the game. And the condition will access the bowler or batter are in a different way. You can't expect that bounce to support you or you can't expect that pace to support you. But at the same time, shuttle is a bigger factor that could support you really well. This looks like a perfect open ground for middle.
நீங்க பேசுங்க நீங்க பேசுங்க.
Another dot ball here. The impact that they're waiting for, which is not still happening. And with the bowler, new bowler. The swing and a miss. You have to wait for the umpire's decision. Look at the reaction of the batter. He's pretty shocked with the decision.
பேசுங்க.
As that went on to be opposite delivery for a wide ball. This one looks perfect. Swing and a got the connections better. Finds the fielder in the deep. No chance of that being a boundary. You're running between the wickets. Strong shot of run out. Beautiful running between the wickets from Manila. And he knows the importance of running between the wickets with the way how the batters in the first inning get random and between the wickets, especially Vinayakan, Animal Selvan, a full toss delivery to attack it. Possibility is a switch ball cricket would be a boundary. That's why the dynamics would be completely different cricket. You can't play the professionalism here. But the conditions are so ball cricket. There were tactics that you could approach in this game. You should rely on the win factor. If it is putting on the offside, play on the offside. If it's supporting on the leg side, play on the leg side. That's how the game goes. 4 overs, 29 for 3 now. Madras equation gets tougher for the batting side and they are losing much. Speaking about accessing the conditions, the kind of ball that you're playing, when is going to be this for you play according to the way how wind flows. Target the regions where you could score boundaries. Of course, credit shot looks useful in such a cricket. Playing over the long on, playing over the long off fielder, shot for more boundaries. But whereas in tennis ball cricket, playing behind the wicket supports the bat. We've seen more boundaries going in the fine leg areas. We've seen more boundaries going in the fine areas. Even those reverse sweeps and sweep shots are working well for batters. But the one that's not working well is the one towards the Calgary region or the London region. Now you can't very easily score boundaries. Another swing and a miss. Getting a single. So the batter should be well prepared to score boundaries in these regions. We find like deep spire, reverse Sweep. United continues to go. White ball. White given by Dampier. 65 of 35 to win this game. Then the equation looks better this time over the offside. Couldn't get the connections better. That rim hit over the 30-yard circle. 7.38. The current run rate, the required run rate. Only 11 overs, runs per over. Like a good piece of bowling so far. It's been economical spell from each and every bowler that they're bowling, taking the team under control. And goes through the covers. Quality stroke making. But of course, speaking about this is not going to help you. Even that good backlifted cover drive or an half drive is not going to help you because you can't easily reach boundaries in these regions. So these tactics should be approached as these two teams are playing for the second time here, so they know the nuances of the game, you know how the format exactly works, you know how the ball exactly reacts. And when teams batting second will be having an added advantage of listening to the way how the first batter team have batted, how they targeted the area starts in that. No chance of the catch. The fielder tried for the catch. He's making some practical decisions, it seems. Single 10 is over. That's 35 pitches. And a 60 of 32 in this game. Okay, Lana. 34 for 35 for 3 in fact, has Gymkhana. 95 the target. But 60 of 30 to win this game, 12 runs per over, going to be quite difficult for them. But at the same time, if they take things under control and make this happen, still there are a lot of possibilities for Madras Gymkhana to win this game. I'm giving that last hope to the fans of Madras Gymkhana. This is still possible if Gauri Shankar and Anirudh are targeting the right areas. This looks like a right area. Fielder chasing down the ball. He's using his starter skills to save the ball, going for the boundary. Couple of runs for the batting side, not a boundary, just 2 runs on the board. And this looks interesting to watch out for. Starting with the 2 runs board. In the strike back here. Irayan to the bowler, new bowler in fact. With a good single chance for the second run. Run out opportunity now. That's miscommunication. Complete miscommunication as both the batters were standing at the striker's area. And that is an easy run out. Another wicket falls here. Gauri Shankar departing. It's a good single chance for the second run. Anirudh for not. Run out opportunity now. That's maybe miscommunication. That strike back. Miscommunication as both the batters in that area. Whatever running on the minds, that's a bit of miscommunication. Loses another wicket here, Madras Gymkhana. It's 38.
Yeah, that.
New batter. Catches the ball. Good save from the fielder, save from the boundary. Now Tikitag again, now I guess I'm almost at the game. Owen is playing well, Arcot really well. It belongs to the man of the clear. Reminds me of Russian and Robert, but much more responsible. As responsible. Anyway, sincere apologies to the fans of South Africa and Phenomenal. As Anirudh and Mukund Deepak being the new batter, trying to build that partnership. 56 of 26. Equations gets better for the bowling side. I tried something cheeky, couldn't get the connections better. But there are runs on the board. The runs were continuing to flow. That's a bit of positive sign here. Madras Gymkhana. And as of we saw on the stats card, the venue supported the team's batting first. They tried to score more than 70 on the board. That's what exactly working here. The team have posted 94 on the board. A more sensible batting in a most responsible way. Tikitag Randam level, they deserve to win this game. But whereas Madras Gymkhana, no dramas left in this game, but this one shows the intent of boundary, not a boundary, coming for the second run, good running between the wickets. A great commitment from the batter. This age, and he's showing us that age is just a number. Looking at the bowling card here, 6 overs 43 for 4 with Priyank, 1 overs 9 for 1. Siddharth Yadav bowled well. Every other bowlers bowled really well. And this looks like a different kind of captaincy as the captain tries to hit the single bowler at least once in this game. And looking at the performance, he will try to use the bowler for the second time. This is a kind of experimental phase for the captain. They have posted a good total on the board. Now they can experiment a lot of things in the bowling. They can use a part timer, they can use a mainstream bowler, they can use a conventional bowler, giving everyone the chance to perform just to get the idea on what's exactly happening, the strengths of a bowler, the weakness of a bowler. It will be useful for them in the lateral part of the tournament. That's a good sign. Now 52 of 4 overs, quite challenging for the team. Madras Gymkhana. Another swing, strong shouts of LBW. As that's not here in this tournament, the fielders are getting a bit of excitement. I just wanted to gently remind them LBW is not in this tournament. But it's been part of our gene. We have this habit of shouting at that. How's that? A typical Indian shout. Is it a wicket or not? Anyway, that looks funny because the Tikitag Randam 11 are in a bit of relaxed mood, smiling faces everywhere. They know that they are dominating this game, keeping everything under control. Walks out, catches the call that lands in the no man's land. Choose the call, running back again. I'm going for the third one. Great commitment on the field. Now getting the fourth one, it seems. A misconnected delivery. Have been a wicket, but landed in a no man's land that went on to be a boundary eventually by running between the wickets anyway. They should focus on their throwing areas, they should focus on their field positionings. Kaushik the bowler and good running between the wickets. Mukund Deepak, I love his commitment. He wanted that fourth run. Those are the non-strikers in. Bucks out again. Another swing, another connection. This time another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries here with one game. Came by running between the wickets, but this one went for the boundary. Easy picking for the batter. A lot of boundaries like this were needed for them. As Madras Gymkhana and a big chase today. 43 of 20 to win this game. Still in a good comfortable position. Tikitag Randam 11. Unless something huge happens in the middle, something magical happens in the middle. Let's hope for the best. Another stepping out, another pull shot, another pick of the gap, another boundary. 3 balls, 12 runs, and they are rising up the hope here. Anirudh, the batter, who's been batting for a long while, taking up the responsibility of chasing down this huge target at Amir Mahal cricket ground. And the wicket supports the batter all of a sudden. This looks like an even battle now. Now the Madras Gymkhana fans would be dancing around looking at the numbers and the scoreboard 4, 4 and 4. And imagine These were all happening because of the efforts of Mukund Deepak, with the way how he ran between the wickets. That brought a different hope for the batting side. I don't say it's going to be an easy task for them, but looking at the way how they are approaching this game, clear cut of optimism, not losing hope until the game is reaching its final ball. Now a bit of pressure on the bowler. Kaushik to bowl his last ball of this over. He will be targeting the score under the boundary in this over. A tight field positionings on the leg side. Again walks out. Goes for the wide. Pressure on the bowler. Still there were a bit of taps on the leg side. Incomplete. But like a border of a country. Long country. A Kaukano. A deep spoiler. Out. Full shot. Another 2 runs on the board. You can't stop Mukund Deepak. He is running for a long while. Great commitment for his side. 2 to end this over. 7 overs, 59 for 4. Hope for the Madras Gymkhana having hope because of the effect of Anirudh. Yes, if we see something from Deepak, this is going to be drama to watching. Ladies and gentlemen, 36 of 18 to win this game. Both the sides are having equal hopes. 50-50 game from here. I request both the fans stay calm, watch this game in front of a television of iPhones. As you are watching one of the most crucial games, going to be a nail-biting game. Give you the momentum. It is before giving those build-ups. You have to wait for these 2 overs. It's going to set the platform for the last over. Almost 59-4 as Gymkhana just brought that hope in the previous over. Went on to be an expensive over. Siddharth continues to bowl. Hope it typically goes to maintaining a beautiful number in terms of economy. And at this point of time, it's mandatory to know about the field positionings. The typical T20 field position. Take a cover long off, long on mid wicket. It's high fielder. In fact, there is a Kaukana fielder and a deep mid wicket fielder. No deep spy no deep pointed. One fielder covering both areas. But that's circle. I'm gonna miss that ball to start this over. Moves across. Tried to go for a pull shot. Goes for the second run. Another running between the wickets. It's been working really well for Madras Gymkhana. They did extremely well. Of course, they're looking to add this being a hot Saturday in Chennai. You can't run that much easily like you're running in Dharmshala or Eluru or even Delhi. This is a different weather. This is a condition that you could see exactly the body language of Anirudh and of course Deepak. They did it quite hard for them to continue with the same.
சாப்பிட்டீங்களா?
Tried something cheeky, got the connections. Decent connection. Will be fetching them what they're exactly expecting for that. The second run on the board. Running with the wickets is a simple mantra here for Madras Gymkhana that gives a lot of hope for them.
5 seconds பார்க்கணும் சீன் பார்க்கணும்
63 score.
5 seconds
So what will happen? Will they go for another 2? Another reminder would be Anirudh, who scored a couple of boundaries in the previous over. He's yet to get his strike. Not getting enough strikes in this over. And that is fulfilling here. Gets back his strike now. Anirudh. Expected boundary. This is going to be a crucial 2 deliveries of this over. Siddharth will be well aware of it. All for his fielders. Swing and a miss. Beautiful bowling. Held up the line really well. They're having a super cover. They're having an extra cover speed inside the circle. Stop third man. No point fielder. Every region. So it will be possible for the batter to go for the switch in, but with the kind of delivery he bowled in the previous delivery, look at that. You won't get enough room to play such strokes, and that body language says it. Another cricket calls here, and a long-footed batter who brought the hopes of the side is walking away now. That brings a lot of hope now. Tikitag Randam 11. It's coming in this game. They are looking stronger. Look at the happy faces. Siddharth the bowler. Beautiful bowling. Last 2 overs went on to be the dot balls. Now 8 overs, 64 for 5. Another 31 to win this game in 2 overs. Will be a challenging call for them. Natraj, the new batter, into the crease. Whoever the batter, the game plan would be quite simple. Have to attack every single ball. 31 is still possible. Any 1 over should go expensive. That should be the 9th over. Because you can't really much on the 20th over, 10th over in fact. Magics might happen, but don't have that hope of making it happen in the last over. If you score as much of runs in the 9th over, then you will be having that space of breathing. Fielders are placed everywhere. Natraj, the new batter, along with Mukund Deepak, who's known for his running between the wickets, is taking the strike now in this 9th over. Mani continues to bowl 8 runs of his first over. At least the 15 in this over will ensure a lot of hope in the final over. Right. The bowler is ready, the fielders were ready. First ball of the 9th over. And putting at the connections. Just a single. Not seeing enough impacts in this game in terms of batting after the wicket. The last one went on to be a decent one for them. Like, when they continue with a similar kind of momentum, Mani is trying to attack the patch of the batter. This time a change in the line. Another shout of a single. He will complete that single. You know that name. He is Mukund Deepak, known for his running between the wickets. Another single that comes out of overthrow. It seems they're appealing from the umpire. They will come to the conclusion. Looks like it is not a single. I mean, it's just a single. The overthrow single came at the lateral part of the delivery. And to be a draw. Bit of pressure to place the ball in the middle. It'll be interesting to see them bowling at the outside option. That have two advantages for them. One will be the batter will find it difficult to play on the onside. The other would be it's not easy to play switch hit that ball coming in that line. In there, then got the connections better. Again, in a simplistic way, running between the wickets, going for the third run. Another positive running between the wickets, going for the fourth run. Could be a boundary by running between the wickets happening second time in today's game. In the same innings, in fact. But that's not going to kill your expectation because too high. You've been hurt. You have to come back stronger. 24 hours to win this game. Maybe a couple of boundaries. Two boundary will bring a lot of hope for the batting side. Madras Gymkhana are still having the hope. Into the bats of Mukund. Wide ball into pressure for the bowler. And everyone will be having the pressure factor. It's about who is handling it better. As of the words of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, trust the process and go with the process. Another swing and a miss. Beautiful bowling. A typical test match bowling. Not leaving enough room for the batter to go for the. He even went behind the ball, initiate that room to go for the cut shot. The only reason behind that is there is no point fielder at the team. Quite simple. And that's why he's targeting that region to score the boundary. Open Deepak is using his brain over time. Another attempt at the same region, didn't have the connections, but a good stop from the fielder. That will be a single. Looks better here. 73 for 5. Madras Gymkhana are struggling. Now 22 runs required as 7 balls to win this game. A much needed boundary should be required in this final ball. It is much mandatory for the batter to go for the boundary. He won't have another option. But that's a swing and a miss. Third ball, beautiful over from Mani coming to another. That's 73 5. Now 22 to win this game. 6 balls. Look at the back in front. Anirudh was the only batter who maintained the hopes of the batting side. 22 of 6. Seen that happening in T20 crickets for a long while. This has been a regular happening in terms of limited overs cricket. Is on a target of 20 or more in the final over. The first two balls are going to be crucial for them. If they maintain the rhythm, if they could be able to score boundaries in the first two balls, then things will fall into place for them. Priyank the bowler was ball of the last over. Bit of movement here. He's smiling. He knows it's just making him to go patient. He saw Priyank standing in the long on. Shouted LBW for every single ball that hits the pad of the batter. It's the leg of the batter impact. Such an enthusiastic fielder reminds me of Suresh Raina. Starts with 4 runs past you start. But that's not enough. 5 balls 20 to win this game. You need boundary of every single ball you're facing. Now 3-6 out. Work well for them. Some arrangements for going. Fielders having a longer, they're having a countdown of fielders. No fielders at the deep at deep skyline or even deep sided. Seems like they're trying to move this game towards the offside. This one's eliminated. Oh, that's an unexpected delivery. Look at the shot. Look at the shot of Mukund Deepak. He is expecting that to be a low ball. That's not given. Look at the celebration. Smile on the face of Priyank. He's not happy. He is not happy. Mukund Deepak utterly disappointed with the result of umpiring. But whereas it's an opposite reaction here from Priyank. He's smiling. Another one connected better. That's a mystery. That was to the boundary. Tried hard from the fielder. A boundary, a much needed boundary for the batting side. Still carrying the hopes of the batting side here. Nadraj this time. 30 runs required per over to win this game, which means 15 of 3 balls to win this game. There's 2 sixers to win this game. And this is getting the crucial phase. Still, there are hopes for the sides. And that's why we said anything might happen in a game of cricket, especially in a T10 game. Another swing, putting at the connections better. And this ensures that they are winning this game. Tikitag Randam 11 has 2 more balls to be bowled. 14 runs required to win this game. Mathematically, it's not possible unless something happens. Some white balls, some kind of extras could bring hopes on Madras Gymkhana. But whereas it looks under control, it's controlling the opposition really well. Beautiful bowling from Priyank. Right up those misfields going to the boundary. This time it's not going to the boundary. Will be 2 runs on the board. And that final ball here, they need 12 runs to win this game of single delivery. Again, unless some magic happens. This is already a game of Tikitag Randam 11. Tried something cheeky, couldn't get the connections better. And that won't go for the boundary. Bowler is getting the conclusion from the umpire. That brings the end of the first game of this fresh week. Tikitag Randam 11 are winning this game by a difference of 10 runs. And Vinayak Cricket being the man of the match. 43 runs with the bat and 6 runs given with the ball. No wickets for the bowler. 138 the strike rate. Beautiful performance from Vinayak. He ensured that his team is winning this game. As Tikitag Randam 11 opened their account, they are now active in 5 stable races. Whereas Madras Gymkhana got another heartbreak, but comparing to the previous one, this went good.